They say when you're surrounded by infinity, make any wish and it will come true. So I'm going to find some infinity. I promise you, there will be a world where you're all safe. I'm going to name you Eshlock. He doesn't seem... Oh, bloody hell. What is that all over him? I have an antimatter pellet. Lumium and Inderium for the resonant. Signalum and Electrum for the reinforced. And Invar and... oh yeah, it's just Invar, which is the nickel. I'm curious, and I kind of want to do something a bit stupid here. What if I make some more of this and try connecting my main grid to this one? Just to see what would happen. Just to see... there. Just to see how quickly it runs with the full power of everything I can produce. Here we go. It's currently at 0.003 and boom. Oh, it blipped up to 0.04 before draining the entire system. Well. How quickly does it replenish? Decently quickly, but that turns out made so little difference. Wow, okay. That's humbling. How much are flux linkage amplifiers? Increase process speed but reduce efficiency. Electron plates, lead gear. Can I make those? I have 5.8k silver and 16.4k gold. I'm thinking it might be worth setting up short lines of infinite, like electrum, signalum, lumium production. What was lumium? Silver and glowstone and tin. Alright, yeah, I think I could do that. I think I can, like, use the next floor up and then have just a load of these little lines producing infinite... well, not infinite, but probably, like, basic bin 4000 is sufficient. Siphon off the power from there. So I have the power and I have the cable, which should be everything I need in order to set up these lines. For the hardened, I need Invar. Invar, I believe, is iron and nickel. Yes, 2 iron to 1 nickel. Quantity shouldn't matter. I should have enough to be able to get full lines of all of them. 2 exporters on the backs, connected via a cable, going round to here. I can have the cable running around the back of this whole thing, so I don't have the issue of these overlapping. 2 pulverizers. 1 will have iron, 1 will have nickel. They'll just go into basic bins, again on the system. Okay, I'm going to have to thread the cable. Alright, yeah, this is going to have to be a little bit messy. Turns out, it's going to have to be a little bit. If I have these going straight onto bins, I can have external storage on these. But for the most part, they should be able to just go straight past. I don't think I'm going to need dusts of these in high quantities, but at least this way I will have some. Iron and nickel. So these should, yep, deposit straight into these without any need of filtering. If I also just grab all the nickel dust I have already, stick that in there, and I have some components to play with, so I will try and make everything resonant just to max everything out as I go, I guess. That's everything I need for the hardened. For this one I need electrum and signalum. Electrum is... silver and gold, that's easy enough. Signalum is copper, redstone, and silver. So I'm going to need silver. This is the first time where I have silver for multiple things, because I need silver for the signalum, the electrum, and the lumium. So what is the best way to do this? Probably, as I do technically have an infinite source of silver, although it is only the half line that I do need to. Why are none of those running? Because I turned them off so that I could upgrade them. That makes sense. Yeah, this way I can, if I have a functionally infinite source of silver, I can have essentially dumb lines of each of them. The reason I'm going for like dumb lines is just the computer just doesn't seem capable of keeping up with this stuff constantly. I always have to refresh it so that it loads and processes the stuff in the quantities it should. But if I have dumb lines feeding off the infinite sources, then I can just upgrade the infinite sources until they are sufficient for this and that. These will of course hit their limit with the 4,000, which should be sufficient for each of these, both for the raw ingredient and for the final thing. I don't think I'm going to need more than 4,000 lumium at one time. I've just realised the problem with the dumb crafting I was setting up. I'm going to have the same problem I did over with the Inderium, in that the more numerous things, like the copper, are going to outweigh the less numerous things, like the silver. I didn't think of that. Alright, what about if I use a sequential fabricator instead? That might solve the problem. Can I make that? I already have a sequential fabricator from presumably last time I was trying to work stuff out. How does this work? Alright, this might work. I will give it a go. I'm concerned this will just do the exact same thing. If I set that, that saves it. So I guess the question is, how smart is the internal storage of this device? If they're all set to on, yeah, that just fills up. What if I take all of that out? Yeah, it looks like it fills up with whatever is the most numerous. So in this case, copper has just flooded the entire machine and makes it so that I can't trust it will work. What about some sort of limiter? Something that... no, that's a dynamo. Something that limits the amount that can go in there? That's not a thing. Something that counts the amount that goes in there. Max count? Counting filter. Tag filters? What's this? Item filters. Okay, this seems... so it seems it's the shape rather than... alright, item filters. Basic item collector. No, there's item collectors. Alright. So these are various filters. Presumably I make one of these with wool and paper. And then where do I put them? If I get a bit of wool and some blue dye to get... it's not blue, is it? Is it light blue? Oh, it's any wool. Any wool surrounded by paper. That's fine then. Paper around there to get 8 of those. And I think it was this one. Max count. Okay. I don't know what this is doing. 64. Checks item max count. Checks item max count. Is that a... no? Okay. I'm just going to put those away for now and try the next one. Counting filter. That is a basic filter and an observer. An observer is easy. Basic filter. Laser IO. Laser... there's a book all about it. Card holder, laser node, item card. Counting filter, tag filter, mob filter, logic circuits, and overclockers. I think I should probably try the book. I need to cook a raw logic chip, which is quartz, any kind of quartz, clay, redstone, and gold. Okay, I can probably set that up. That's all set up, so I can now request a logic chip. I suppose I can also put the book in here, but I shouldn't need more than one, so I probably don't need to. That was nice and quick. And then that is just a book. I have 400 of them. So a chip and a book to get Laser IO 101 First Edition. Can't have DIY without wires. The laser node is the most important block as it allows interaction with adjacent blocks. Use cards like items you can interact with the... Okay. Maximum range is 8. Sorry, what does this do? Nodes can interact with multiple... Item cards are used to send items between inventories such as chests and furnaces. So it's a pipe system. And if you overclock it, it increases the amount. The count filter can designate a specified number of items and plays a different role. Stack sizes can go 1 to 4,000. If it's used with a stocker mode card, it will try to keep the specified amount of resources in stock. Keeping 64 cobblestone in a chest is done by adding a counting filter with 64 cobblestone. I think this is exactly what I'm after. If a counting filter is used in an inserter card, it will limit how many items are allowed to be sent to that inventory by extractor cards. Ah, yes. And yeah, so it can make sure there is a set amount in there. Alright, that is exactly what I need then. Counting. Let's get 5 counting things, and I think it said I need an item filter as well. Right-click an item filter to use this UI. Okay, that's not it. Presumably I need the laser node in order to use it. Interact with the adjacent block. So each node interacts with adjacent blocks, and each node that is interacting needs an item card. And then I put the filter in the card or in the node. One or the other. Everything is fairly simple. Iron, redstone, glass, and all of that. Some quartz, but all of this stuff I have in large quantities. Item, fluid, energy, and redstone cards. I probably only need the item one. I will try... Presumably I need, like, 1 for each input and then 1 for the output as well. So if I go for 3 nodes... And then have like 1 there, and I don't know, 1 there. I mean, it's probably easier. I don't know if these can do in and out in the same one, so I probably could put the crafter there. Because the crafter is like the highest inventory. It has a much larger inventory than the sequential. Now, how do I... let's see, that is... North. So, north. Oh, I need to put in the item filter. Item filter goes in, and that goes in north. Oh! Okay, good. That's connected. That's also set to Endearing. I'll just get rid of that. Item cards take up a large amount of space. And then these are both south. 1 there, and 1 there. So they are now connected to those. And I guess I put the thing in here. Counting filter in there. Oh, there is also another slot there. Insert. Yes, I think that needs to insert. And then I guess I put the thing in here. So... No, not up. That one. Nope, that. And I can, it said increase this. Oh yeah. Yeah, there we are in 64s. How much space do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13, this is just a 2 ingredient one, so I could just have 13 of each. Actually, with this, I'm going to be able to like exactly balance it. Like, especially on these more complex ones where it's like 3, 1, and 4 or something, then I'll be able to make sure they're always like a 3 to a 1 to a 4 ratio. This is incredibly handy. I think that's 13. 832. Alright, now presumably I set that to extract. I can't decrease the speed. Or presumably that's decreasing the number of ticks it takes to do a cycle. Is this working? No. Oh, no, it said I need to do something to get it to work faster. What was it? Overclock. Is there a laser? There was, wasn't there? Yes, a card overclocker. Alright, I need the thing for that. But how do I actually connect them? A laser connector. Using the laser wrench. Do I need to use the laser wrench? Nodes can be connected together with the laser wrench. Used to connect blocks together. Okay, yeah, that's also quite cheap, but I do need to go set that up as a recipe. If I get... How many do I need per thing? I need 4 per thing. I'm going to need a lot of overclockers then. I'll just get 20 for now. Yeah, easy. And a laser wrench. Oh, these stack. And is the wrench ready? It is. So, like this. Like this. And then, there we are. Oh. Did I just see something? I did. So it's currently going 8 at a time. Oh yeah, I've got to put in the overclockers. Ah, they go in that. And then I can increase that up to 64. Set that to extract. Overclockers in. Up to 64. And then that fills with nickel and iron. And it's run out of nickel, but it shouldn't have run out of iron yet. So I'll see. It shouldn't continue adding more iron now, because if I did my maths correctly, that is 13 stacks of iron. And it looks like I did. Because that is brilliant. That is now doing the job exactly as I wanted it to. Not that I actually want it to be a 1-to-1, because it's actually a 2-to-1. There. That should be, if I have calculated properly, that should be about a 2-to-1. I will just empty this as much as I can to check that. I can't empty it because it fills up as bloody quickly as I empty it. Whatever, it's fine. It'll be fine. It shouldn't overfill. There's plenty in there. So Invar is a 2-to-1. Apply. So that should start crafting a load of Invar. It's powered. And I can continue to power it. And then at the end of the line, that goes into a bin, which I will connect via... damn, it's over there. Oh yeah, I was going to have it come through under here. Better idea. I'll have it come from the other direction. And I can't because the... Yeah, okay. External storage on the underside. And then this is embedded in the ceiling because it looks a little bit neater. I don't look up as much as I look down. Export that into there. But then I do actually need to cook it as well. It just to make sure that I've got it in the right form. So, oh, that's going to be in the wrong place, isn't it? If I place the furnace from this angle, I can then have the back as the input, the right as the output, auto output, and I can save a little bit of space. In fact, I can save just enough space that I don't need to have it going to the side. Now instead I have the left as the output. I have one more bin. A basic bin is still fine, as I don't need any of this stuff for infinity. And then what this should do is I need to power it. I think there's a power just there. There is. Connect that there. And then that will produce Invar and stick it in there. And oh god, that's such an awkward place. Alright. Move the power over 1. And there as well. To free up this spot. Things I do to try and make this place look neat and tidy. For myself. Underside. Alright. That should now be settled. So the way this system works is stuff is exported. The raw ingots for the alloy are exported, pulverized, boxed up with an external storage on them, just in case. I then use counting nodes to transfer them in the correct quantities to here. Nickel is apparently a thing that I'm completely out of. It is then mixed together, stored in dust form, and then shipped off to be powered. Actually, what I should do is birth that. That then gets cooked up into an ingot, which is then stored again in the external storage. So I will have a row of them here. Each, and I mean, these are actually a lot more compact for complex pipework like this. They are more compact. Oh, I suppose about the same, actually. But more precise, certainly, that I could just like have for this one, like a central node in each of them going in. So I guess I just now repeat this setup across here. There, and there. And that should be the last line finished. I think I do need to put stack upgrades in all of these just because they're taking ages. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stack upgrades. These are all fully augmented. And now this should... I forgot to put the recipe in this one. But this should be the last thing. That's creating a load of aluminum and like connecting all of this with cables and power in such a way that I could then cover it all up was really tricky. But it should be done. So I should be able to just pave over the top of this. And underneath it is a complex system of cables which allows it to function completely hidden. There. I'm now producing Invar, Electrum, Signalum and Lumium, which are the 4 alloys required for components at all of the levels, as well as Inderium, which I can actually go and switch that now to use the nodes, because that does solve that problem that I was having getting the computer to craft. Can I connect them like this? That one, then that one, then that one? Yes? Yep, that does seem to work. Good. And again, that should all be sorted. The only downside is I have run out of ender pearls. Am I producing more? I may have disconnected that one. Yeah, I disconnected that one. Although now that I have massive power, I should be able to reconnect it no problem. To be honest, I should be able to reconnect all of them. That is now back to producing ender predictions. So this should continue filling up there. It'll hit the critical mass, fill up that one, hit the critical... Well, that one won't need to hit critical... Oh no, that one can't hit critical mass. And that will just start going to there as well. So yeah, this should now operate. I mean, it's done a lot of good work already. Inderium is not really an issue at the moment. I'll just stick those in there for now. Inderium isn't an issue. And now neither are any of these alloys. So silver, I think, I've run out of. I'm getting shot. Where am I getting shot from? Oh! Wow! You're a creative one, aren't you? I should come and deal with you myself. Hey! Bye! Yeah, I'm now all out of silver because any that I have is getting ground up. That's not a massive problem. I do have this line, but it means that I'm going to need to fill up... Is it 3 of them? I think it might be 3 of them that use it. Lumium, Signalum, and Electrum. So that means I need 12,000 silver to fill up the dust ones, and then like 12,000 more to fill up the other ones. So yeah, that's like I need 24,000 silver to fill up this whole line of stuff. Ooh. Oh no, my mistake. 36,000 because there's the ingot, there's the dust, and then there's the raw dust. Okay, well, I may need to turn that off for a little bit just to get enough silver to actually get enough silver.